It trickles down because Eminem always, and everything he wins, loses. Hey, I just want to shout out Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
50 Cent was like, yo, like, if you come at Eminem, you coming at me, and that's an issue.
Yeah.
Anything I touch Eminem, he always shows love.
And Eminem reciprocates because
Game was on that trajectory.
Yeah.
But he was like, listen, like, I'm not showing love to shit. I'm a better rapper than 50.
Yeah. He did try.
I'm a better rapper than Eminem. Yeah. Dr. Dre found me. I'll show love to Dre, but like y'all too, like y'all had nothing to do with this.
You know, was it Doctor's Advocate? The doc. What was it? Is it Doctor's Advocate? Was that what his
I think the Doctor's Advocate. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Cause that's when he had that song when he drunk and he basically like talking about Dre and trying to, and then to listen to the backstory of like, cause you know,
the Doctor's Advocate.
Yeah, you know, Game was like the guy, that wild card.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what to really put him.
Yeah.
And so you had G Unit.
Yeah.
And G Unit was creating this conglomerate where they had like a down south artist, Buck.
Yeah.
You had basically G Unit South.
Hey, you had a hitter out in Lloyd Banks.
And you had Lloyd, and you had Yayo, which
hey, Tony Yayo, I mean, he had one song, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you.
Wait, he was like, oh, do you know who you with? It's Tony Yayo up in this.
That, and then they were like, oh, we got this rapper over here, the Game. Let's go ahead and add him to G Unit. And I remember watching something. And 50 was talking about how like he came up to Dre and was just like, when all that started and all that kind of fizzled, he was like, "Hey man, next time, just give me the heads up." Like, basically, it was like a weird, because if you really look at it, this is my opinion. Game is Dr. Dre if he could really rap. He sound like the man a little bit. He has the same cadence, same type of style of flow, and because that's why they put him in G Unit, because they were like, this is gonna be the new NWA kind of.
Well, but it didn't fit because it was a West Coast aura. That's like putting, and this is outrageous. So please, this is a stretch when I'm about to say this. This is like putting Pac at Bad Boy. Just in terms of personality.
That's not a stretch, but you're right.
It's a stretch. I'm like, this nigga ain't Pac. But like I'm saying from a
when you think about it, yeah, Pac.
Like I will say that
fashion wise, Pac could have got down with it.
Yeah.
But Pac was too real.
Yeah, like
he was too raw.
The Game for 30 days was the best rapper alive. 50 Cent for about a year and a half was the best rapper alive. And you can't, 50 was like, yo, like, I hear what's going on. Like, hate it or love it.
Yeah.
Like, I hear what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not having it.
Yeah. I feel that. I can feel that. Definitely feel that. All right, so I think our top 5 is going to be NWA versus Kook, Jeezy versus Gucci, 3-6 versus Gotti, and 50 versus Ja. Well, honorable mentions: Jay-Z and Nas.
Okay.
Kim and Nicki. And who else? Somebody else we mentioned earlier.
Somebody was really good. Forgot.
Is it 50 in Game or is it?
I like 50 in Game and honorable. I really do.
I do as well, man.
I really
do. To me.
Did you have Ice Cube in there? Did you have Ice Cube in NWA?
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, Ice Cube in NWA is our first one.
Yeah.
So it's Ice Cube in NWA,
Okay.
Jeezy, Gucci,
Okay.
3-6 Gotti.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, no. That's our 5. NWA, Ice Cube, Jeezy, Gotti, 3-6, Jeezy, Gucci, 3-6 Gotti, Jay-Z, Nas, and then we'll say Ja, 50.
Okay.
Honorable mentions got to be what? We said Nicki.
Yeah. Nicki and Remy Ma is in there too, by the way. But man, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'll mention it.
Yeah. Okay.
To show respect.
I feel like it's like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Good job. Aww.
All right. So my 5 spot, personally for me, is Gotti and 3-6. Like I feel like it's cool. I think the Dolph component really kind of escalated that. But if we're just strictly talking 3-6, which we are,
Yeah. My 5 spot is definitely that.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, my 5
Okay,
spot.
cool.
So my 5 spot would be 3-6 Gotti.
Okay.
My 4 spot. That's a tough one because all of them was
All of them
major.
are tough.
I would say just because of where I was in my life at that time, it's gonna be Nas and Q. I mean, NWA and Q.
I tend to agree here. I think we're on the same page, just for the fact that yes, it was major, bro.
It was an epic beef, but it was just like,
But in comparison to these other options that we have, it's just not.
So yeah, that's my 4.
Okay.
So, Gotti 3-6.
Yeah.
Nas Q. My 3 spot. Ooh, this is tough because now we got Jeezy Gucci, Jay-Z Nas, and 50 Ja. 50 Ja is my 3 spot. And the only reason because I never really respected either of them as an artist. I'm sorry. I just, as a rapper, they never were on my tops.
I respect that. I'm trying to go against the grain right now, and I in my heart I can. I'm going 50 and Ja, but I do think that it is the most funny. I mean, the social media aspect has just prolonged the beef, and to me, that's what beef is. It's like when you really like, bro, it's on sight every time I see you. Like, is there somebody right now in life that you've met? You're just like, you know what?
If I see you,
I see you, and if I didn't have kids, I would kick your ass.
Yeah, but I won't say who it is.
Yeah, but there's somebody out there.
Yeah.
Like I have a person out there right now. Like you know me, I'm really happy. Like it takes a lot. There's a few people. If I see you, bro,
it's on.
You don't have to run the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4.
Yeah, it's on.
You know,
it's on site. It's no discussion.
Yeah, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
yeah, I'm gonna put my paws on you.
So that's what I like about that. I would say next for me, it shaped me. I mean Jeezy and Gucci. I just think that was so paramount. In my 2 spot, yeah. I just think that is super important to what hip hop is for me in the South. And
I would disagree with you until the verses. When the verses came out, when it was
and he threw that, we smoking all that. What did he say? That Pookie.
When that Jeezy came out, when that Jeezy Gucci verses came out, I remember me and my wife sitting up and just, Mike, go to bed, and just turn on YouTube and mirroring it on the TV or whatever, and that was an epic moment for me. So yeah, I put them in my 2 spot. I put I'm gonna put Jay-Z and Nas at my 1 spot.
Same. I mean, we're not even.
And then the untouchable spot is just
I mean, that's just what
the untouchable spot is gonna be Biggie and Tupac.
That's just what it is.
I mean, Biggie and Pac was like, you had politicians talking about Biggie and Pac.
Yeah.
Like you had all walks of people talking about Biggie and Pac.
It changed the scope.
It truly did change the scope of hip hop. So yeah, that's our beef top 5 list. We'll get Cal to post it up, but I'll go over again. Number 1, Jay-Z and Nas. 2, Jeezy Gucci. 3, 3-6 Gotti.
No, that was 5.
Oh, 5 was 3-6 Gotti?
Yeah.
5 was 3-6 Gotti. What was 4?
3 was oh my God, who do we put at 3?
3 was NWA.
NWA and Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Cal, you gonna have
No. That was 50 Cent and Ja.
3 was 50 Cent.
Yeah. 4 was Ice Cube and
Cube,
NWA,
yeah.
and then 5 was the Memphis.
3-6 Gotti.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna have to put that out there. Maybe we put some, we got
some poll questions.
Yeah, put some poll questions. Maybe we put some playlists together.
Yeah,
to show.
Ain't nothing to me. I got us.
To show why that we say it that way.
I got us.
So with that being said, we talked about beef, and I think beef is a very quintessential part of hip hop. What do you see the future of hip hop? Like, what trends do you see shaping the future of the genre?
Personally, I think the big three got to get out the way for that to even be a conversation, because there's no movement right now in hip hop. Like there is, but things are still getting funneled up, and pardon my language, to these old men. Like, bro, like go start a family and be with them, for real. Like
I feel like this era of media and entertainment and sports and stuff like that is the era of like, I ain't letting this go. Like I figured out the cheat code to stay here for as long as possible.
Drake figured out the cheat code.
Because like for me, when I look at like LeBron and a lot of the players that are around that started with LeBron and whatnot,
Right.
to me it's like I understand now about resting games, sitting out games to prolong my career. Where like I feel like the same goes for like in hip hop. It's like you saying like, oh, I'm not going to get involved with this because I'm going to, prolong my career by doing X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Like I look at like I'm a big boxing fan. I look at it now like when you get two big time names together, outside of Deontay Wilder and Fury. When they got together, they went at it.
Yeah.
And Deontay Wilder, anyways, that's a whole nother discussion. But I look at it like when you see these big names get together now, they respect each other too much.
Yeah.
So then they do a lot of, let me see what you gonna do. Let me shadow box. And I feel like that's where hip hop is right now. Is like, oh, I got too much respect. Because my thing is like, K-Dot, if you ever listen to this, I get it. You put out that record, you getting people hyped up for your new stuff. But man, you can't wait till your next record come out to respond. Like you gonna wait all the way to like May, June to respond to Drake. And I'm like, respond now, dog. If you got one in the chamber, go ahead and get it out.
Drake won this in 5 between him and Kendrick. I just don't think Kendrick is going, like, I really don't rock with Kendrick because he's getting everybody else involved. Or maybe everybody's just waiting on the opportunity to get involved.
I think everybody was waiting on the opportunity.
But it's like, bro, like I don't care about A$AP Rocky versus Drake. Like that's an undercard to me.
Wait, that's a new beef too?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm out of the game.
So apparently on Show Your Hands, he was like, the baddest one, I bagged one. Basically, your dream girl, Rihanna, I bagged her.
I was waiting for that.
And then also,
quiet as kept. I'm not surprised, but I was waiting on that one.
And then he was saying about his baby mama that he had her before Drake had her. Yeah. So I'm telling you, Rocky's gonna get one too.
And this is my thing, dog. As far as that goes, dog. Like if you beefing over a female, dog, come on, bruh. It ain't even worth it. So yeah, man, I'm with you on that. Did you say what trends you see shaping up? Or you saying just we gotta wait till this big three gets out the way to see?
I think there's gonna be like a new wave of hip hop. I think that the singing, I think melodic hip hop is really gonna take shape, like this R&B kind of vocalization.
I'm just about to go there. I think Chris Brown finna go down as the greatest artist ever to live.
Yeah, I think lyricism is about to fade away. Yeah. Like the Wale's of the world. Like you remember how big men used to be back in the NBA? Like just a dominant big, like a just a force.
I mean, it's true because for me, I know people don't agree with me, and this is an unpopular opinion. I just never thought Drake had like memorable bars to me. Like he got catchy hooks and catchy songs, but I just never felt his lyrical apparatus was just like dominant in that sense. And so yeah. I think he ushered in a new wave of like, yeah, you may not have the lyrics, but the song bops.
I hope there's guys like, for example, like he's not a young rapper by any means, and he absolutely blew his career, but he's really trying to come back like Derrick Rose. His name is DaBaby. DaBaby, when he hopped on this freestyle the other day, was just incredible.
Get a little bit more freestyle in his versatile in his flow. He got the same flow.
I think it's a production issue. When you hear
been challenged.
When you hear these beats that sound like somebody from the 8th grade made it.
Yeah.
Like it
sounds like you still using Fruit Loops.
Like stop. Why are you using Fruit Loops, bro, with your big career.
Yeah, I give you that.
Like,
you right. I think Baby, he did have and the fact that he was really about that life.
like if the Baby signed with like Dreamville
God.
and was able to like utilize like a Dr. Dre to give him like a few beats,
God.
or better yet, if I was the Baby's publicist, and I put this on one of his Instagram posts, you need to get 10 tracks like Lil Wayne used to do back in the day that people have great beats and have taken off. And you need to make your own version of No Ceilings and call it like The Diaper, because I'm the shit or something like that. I don't know what you're going to call it. But he needs to hop on that wave.
I'll be here for that.
And revitalize your career.
I'll be here for that.
Because he can rap, there's no question.
Yeah,
but like,
I'll be here for that. I would listen to that. Like, I would definitely listen to that. Like, yeah, if he took the hottest tracks out there and just
hey, I'm a rapper.
Let me show you who I am. In case you forgot.
But I want slow. I don't want no thug. Like, I want some real. Like, I like the Baby on like R&B beats. Yeah. Like some real. He did a Lauryn Hill sample.
Yeah,
that he killed. I mean, I wish.
I want him. I want his content to evolve. Like,
he's got to evolve and grow.
Yeah,
he just does.
I agree with that. I'm gonna skip the other question.
Okay.
So I know how you feel. We kind of talked about it, touched on it when we had Genesis on.
Yeah.
And we, but for the sake of the show, the J. Cole apology.
Yeah.
You know, I know this is way after the fact, but I kind of know how you feel. But go ahead and let the world know again how you feel.
Yeah, I was really frustrated about it. And I was honestly just so angry with J. Cole because J. Cole's project, Might Delete Later, was amazing. I think the bars, I think everything, that was one of my favorite Cole projects. And it just doesn't resonate the same. I think he took away from his art based off of his statement, and I understand. But when it comes to, like, it was a business decision because he understood what was about to happen.
So here's my take.
What's up?
I know people are always like, I've been going around the city, talking to different people. We just finished up our minority health awareness month events. Shout out Ian Sullivan of NAL.
My boy.
NAL Fitness. Go check him out. Good brother. Did a lot. We cooking up some other stuff together, him and I, and also shout out Bohemian Village and everything they got going on there. So we were sitting around talking, and the name of the brother that owns Bohemian Village escapes me right now, so I apologize. Blame my head, not my heart. But he made a comment. He was like, I get tired, and I've heard this over and over again. I get tired of J. Cole talking about he the best, but then come out and make this apology. I'm gonna recite a lyric for y'all, because this is why I felt like, he didn't contradict himself. But I've never beefed with a N-word for nothing. If I smoke a rapper, it's gonna be legit. It won't be for clout. It won't be for fame. It won't be because my shit ain't selling the same. It won't be to sell you my latest new little sneaker. It won't be some N-word sliding in my lane. Everything grows. It's destined to change. I love you, little N-words. I'm glad that you came. For me, when I heard the apology, I immediately thought of that statement. Is, hey, I'm not going to make it just because everybody else thinks I should make it. Hey, I'm not going to make it because, I'm just trying to sell a record. Yeah. I'm going to do it because I genuinely felt that way.
Right.
And so when I heard him apologize, that's what I heard was I went against what I originally said I was going to do. Right. I'm not going to beef with somebody just because everybody tell me I should beef and respond. And that's kind of how I felt. And he even said it in his apology. Like, he felt pressure to put something out, and it just wasn't right. So to me, I was like, that makes sense. It tracks. But everybody else is like, he keeps saying he the best. But he also said, like, I'm not finna just beef with you just because he caught a stray. Let's just be honest. K-Dot really wasn't coming for him. He come for Drake.
Yeah.
And he caught a stray.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I got to say something. because everybody thinks I should say something. And then he was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't say nothing. I think that, and I also think he heard what was about to come and was like, I want no parts of this.
No, I think you hit the nail right on the head. I really do think, though, like, this has evolved. And J. Cole has an opportunity. He has an opportunity
to set himself apart, but I don't think he wants to do that.
No, but it's not going to be with Kendrick and Drake. Kanye West.
I'm here for it. I love Kanye, but I'm here for it.
He misstepped.
He be subtly getting at Kanye.
Well, and I don't want to cuss on here too much, but he called him the B word, right? As a man, you know that just kind of does something to you. Like, you perk up, like, excuse me.
Wait a minute.
Like, hey. Like, we cool, but even your homeboys, if you hooping or something, or you playing a game and that word fly.
Because he tried to respect Kanye as much as possible.
Yeah. You're like, hey, come on, we cool. We ain't that cool. But you know,
subtly, I think people, you got to start connecting dots.
Yeah.
I think they've been beefing more than Drake and Kanye for a
sure.
while. If you remember when Kanye was basically being counseled the first time.
Yeah.
And when he made, was it False Prophets?
False Prophets.
And he had that interview, and, you know, because Kanye was trying to regroup and get his name back. And I remember Kanye had, like, posted, like, you know, I got J. Cole on my side, da-da-da-da. And J. Cole hit him up like, hey, bro, don't use my name. You know, stick in your lane. Don't use my lane. Yeah, I'm cool with you behind closed doors, but don't use me. And I think that was the start.
Yeah.
Because I think Kanye ran into somebody that was just like, nah, I'm thought-provoking. Like, I'm you college dropout years. Like, nah, dog, I'm about being real to my art. And I'm not just going to go out here and co-sign with you, especially if you spewing out stuff that don't make sense.
That's going to get me canceled.
Yeah, it's going to get me canceled.
I want to be canceled by association, bro.
Like,
and that happens.
Yeah, it does.
I think that, you know, the shot that...
Because Ashanti career is a lot different if Ja don't beef with 50.
Bro, it's a lot different. And that's unfortunate.
Because, I mean, she put out hits too, bro. I mean...
J-Lo really got those hits from Ashanti.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, J-Lo, people don't realize this. I'm surprised people is not talked about more, but you know, like, I'm rich.
Yeah.
That's Ashanti singing.
Yeah.
Like, J-Lo is not singing, bro. So, like, it's Ashanti. She not only does she write these records, she sung before, which is crazy to me, dog. Like, somebody could get that big and not sing the record, dog. Like, after Milli Vanilli, whatever that
I know exactly what you're saying.
After that, we still got that type stuff going on.
It's actively happening.
You're watching the demise of J-Lo because that last stuff this last couple of projects she done put out, everybody like, hey, bro, you've had your time.
J-Lo doesn't have to sing another song. She will never be demised in my book. Have you seen J-Lo lately?
No, I mean, you're right.
Bro, J-Lo is gorgeous, bro.
I mean,
I'm not even going to set you up like that.
She's not more beautiful than my wife.
Absolutely. Shout out Ariel.
But she still got it, like, at 50-something. She's still good.
Like, come on, man.
But at the same point in time, it's like, just stop trying to. It's like Paula Abdul trying to keep singing. Like,
you know, I get it. I like the snow, but I also like my food that's Mexican to go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Talking about.
Oh, you gotta be all out of character, bro. You gotta be all out of character on that one. Oh my gosh. Anyways, but nah, man. Like, so that's kind of my take on the J. Cole situation. Is I get it. And by the way, I quoted Middle Child, but I get why people are upset. But at the same point in time, I'm like, listen to everything. So I got this. I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory about me. I got this mindset a long time ago. Back in the day, I am studious about everything. So if you tell me, like, for instance, where it started from was when people used to give me Bible verses to give me advice. Yeah. I was the kid that went and read the Bible verse, but also read the whole chapter get a understanding of the concept of what was being discussed. Like, for instance, I forget the chapter, but when they talk about not getting tattoos, and it's like, no, it ain't about getting tattoos. The group of people that they were talking to was like, don't get tattoos. you have to, you know, harvest your crops. I think it was like 3 seasons before you could eat it. You can't eat red meat, and it's like, but you not getting a tattoo, but you still eating red meat. That's a contradiction.
Yeah.
Like, it's not all. So when I think about the J. Cole situation, that made me go back and go like, all right, let me look at all his other lyrics, because I think there's more to the story, and it tracks. Like, he's staying true to who he is. But I can also see why people get pissed. Like, to me, it's like, then don't put the record out. Like, why did you even get to the point where you put the record out?
Because he let.
But even when you listen to the record, to me, it didn't feel like he was all 100% in it.
He let outside factors.
Yeah,
you
did.
know,
and that too is a.
But I don't think that he wasn't 100% in it. I think it was just a warning. I think it was really like, hey, like, stop, because I can. You know, when somebody like.
That's another way to look at it.
You know, when you play fighting and somebody hits you and you like,
I know.
You're like, all right, like, I really hurt you. I gave you one.
You got that one in.
Like,
right.
Chill out.
All right, chill out. Wait a minute.
That's what that was.
I think you know what. That tracks.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because
I can see that.
J. Cole, I know his heart was in it.
Yeah, but to me, the only reason I felt like his heart wasn't in it, because when he made the line about the albums, it was kind of like, because one of those albums, I can't remember which one, was at the hype when K Dot was really kicking off, and that's when everybody really was talking about this joint venture for
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
And
he was saying To Pimp a Butterfly wasn't good,
bro.
But To Pimp a Butterflies would put them two in the same bracket.
That's just not true. That's not a true take. I can hate Kendrick as much as I want to. To Pimp a Butterfly is one of the best albums ever.
To me, like I said, I've said it before. To me, Kendrick is like wine; it just gets better with time.
Like Wesley's Theory,
yeah.
Like that intro. I mean, everything. Like, bro, had some freaking.
I think Kendrick.
Heat.
I think it goes back to your statement of like lyricism is gonna be lost.
Yeah.
It's because I think Kendrick was really speaking like some truths and some reals, but
sure.
I think, like, you know, because I've said this in our group. Like, to me, he too artsy fartsy for me.
Yeah.
And it's too much thinking. However, you're right. He definitely got some. He got some lyrics.
You want me to be real about Kendrick?
Yeah.
And I've said this before, bro. Like, you know, folks ain't trying to have the civil rights movement at Club Live, bro. You know, like when I'm drinking a mojito outside in a few minutes, you know, doing my thing, bro. Like, I don't want to hear every is a star. Like, bro, like.
Yeah, I mean, you're
there's
spot
a time
on.
and place.
It's like Nas. Kendrick is our Nas.
Yeah, and it's just like, bro, like, I love Drake for the versatility, but Drake is never going to speak on social issues as well.
Yeah.
He just doesn't do it. If you've noticed, whenever something catastrophic happens, like George Floyd,
he's like, listen,
Drake was non-existent.
None at all.
But then some time will pass and he'll be like, all right, I gave $100,000. Let's turn up. Like, he'll let some
Drake.
time pass.
That's Drake.
And that's that. I don't respect that out of Drake. That's the one thing in this game. I'm like, nah. Like,
and
you want to be in a black space? Be in a black space.
And so yes, you have articulated exactly why I have a problem with Drake, because, like, even at the height of his career, like, Jay-Z made subtle lines of, like, you know, y'all. What did he say? Y'all still letting Zimmerman out here walking or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but basically, like, he always found a point, you know, put something that's going on socially and justice wise into his lyrics. So and that's why I look at Drake like, but yeah, we having a good time, but hip hop is also about substance and talking about what's going on in the world. Yeah. With the whole J. Cole thing and the spirit of that, let's round it out to this. You know, let's give a highlight to National Stress Awareness Month and Black Men and mental health. You know, to me, you know, why is mental health important to you, Mickey?
I mean, mental health is literally more important to me than your physical health, because you can't be physically present if your mental is not present.
I will agree with that.
You know, if you're cloudy, like, bro, it's done for.
I've seen it in real time. Like, I have grown to taking mental health a little bit more serious. I've, you know, in this year, along. I've started to talk to a therapist. I've started to do things to help my mental. And one thing I've noticed in my mental health journey is like you can physically, like, because I do CrossFit big too, and I can physically see like when my mind is not into it, like from a mental standpoint, like I used to think that I could just cut it off and cut everything off, and how they used to tell us in football, don't worry about the outside world, only worry about what's going on in the field, be in the moment. But if you got a lot of stuff going on, it weighs on you in a different way than most other things that happen.
For sure.
So, and the only reason I'm bringing it up because J. Cole talked about how he, the physical attributes and the mental stuff didn't sit well with him. That's why he made the apology and took the song off the record. So, I want to ask this, as we're talking about mental health, like, when are we as a culture gonna respect that and say, you know what, we're gonna leave you alone because you're going through it right now?
You want transparency?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever be respected.
I don't think so either. That's why I asked the question.
I think,
but I also want to make it aware, like,
yeah, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem, and I shouldn't even have that stance about J. Cole, and I feel bad about it. I do.
I get it. I also believe, like, once you put something out there, if you're going to stand on it, be about your business.
Yeah, like my thing is, like, truly, like, if it was, what I don't think it was mental health with J. Cole is because you let the track stay up for the first week of streams.
Yeah.
And that shows me.
You sold records.
You wanted to sell records. This ain't about some respect.
Which was contradicting to what I just.
If it was really respect, you would have took it down 24 hours after you put it out.
Yep.
If you just couldn't sleep and this is so bad on my spirit.
Yeah.
But why did you wait until Billboard charts?
But I also think when you get to that level, there's a lot more influences outside
that you have to answer to.
And they're like, this got to stay on. And he's like, I want to take it down. And I think by him going out there and publicly being like, I'm done, I think that was his way of going against the grain and being like, all right, well, y'all got to take it down now because I said it.
Well, and he probably reached out to Kendrick and was like, yo, Universal's not letting me take this down. All right. I'm going to be completely real with you. I was tripping. I heard it. This ain't even my fight to fight. Yeah. It's going to have to stay up, but I'm going to make a public service announcement at Dreamville about what's going on. Yeah. If you want to take a shot at me, take a shot at me.
And then he getting off of J. Cole, going to like Kanye. We all know he got mental issues, but we keep putting a camera and a mic in front of him.
Yeah.
People clout chasing. Like, honestly, if Kanye came to me right now and was like, Mike, I want to get on Different Thought Podcast, I would give it a hard pause. Because I'd be like, what are we talking about? Because I don't want to ruin your legacy even more, dog. Like, you were so influential to me. College Dropout changed my whole, aura of how, my trajectory of how I looked at things. And so I'm like, your mental health is a little bit more important to me, sir.
The way I carry myself, the way I dress, my aura, a lot of it has to do with Kanye West. Yeah. For real. Like, there was a lyric that is one of my favorite lyrics of all time, and it was like, they're mad at me because I'm a black man with the confidence of a white man. Hallelujah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like,
what was it?
It was on the A$AP Rocky joint. With him, it was, oh my gosh. Jukebox joints. And
because to me, Kanye is like a Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Y'all hate me, but y'all hate me because I know my worth.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's on. I hope they said that, I hope they white daughters don't bring home Jerome. Like that's how I feel. They white daughters are bringing home Malcolm. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I want to be able to they're mad at me. I just have the confidence of a white male, bro.
I can't with you, dog. I can't with you,
I love Kanye because he's like, nah, like, bro, like, he acts like, and you know that lyric, it's like, I'm not black, I'm OJ.
I'm OJ. Okay.
And Jason, okay. House.
Cause just wait for it.
Yeah.
It's always something that can remind you.
It is. And I understand that. And I get that. But I'm also going to leverage that.
Yeah,
you feel me?
No. Real talk. Real talk. Before we wrap up, any parting?
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs to take care of their mental health, but black men specifically make an effort to do something, kind of in the three buckets that, financially provides for you, physically provides for you, mentally provides for you, and spiritually provides for you.
So I'm gonna go a different route, and I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna piggyback on that, but I'm also gonna say this, like, mental health is important, but what's more important is that understanding the true essence of perspective.
Yeah.
I think we've lost too many good brothers due to lack of understanding of perspective.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle, a cat we lost because of somebody felt disrespected for no reason. Something my mom told me one time was like, and I think Young Thug actually said this too. When the whole police brutality came, he's like, everybody got a job. So this whole thing, and to add to that was, Mom, we were talking, and we've been going through some things in our family, and now we're starting to have a realization of like, hey, this person wasn't there for me because when I needed them here and there.
Yeah.
And we're starting to understand, like, because of the hardships we're facing and the ways that we have to bow out of certain things and not be there for people because we are used to being there for people.
Absolutely.
We're starting to realize, people go through things like this all the time.
Yep.
And this is what happens. And so I think part of mental health is also understanding emotional intelligence, but also understanding that, hey, just because you feel disrespected, there may be a reason. So give people grace to at least figure out what the reason was. But then, if the reason don't make sense to you or they don't have a reason, they just choosing violence, then you got to make a decision.
Yeah, you do. And I always tell people, never react out of emotion.
Yeah.
And we oftentimes, meaning black men, and men in general, but specifically us, like, a lot of us react out of emotion. And emotional intelligence is severely under-taught and underutilized within
because I
our
think,
demographic.
especially in this social media era of, like, flaunting on all these these platforms, you see the picture, but you don't see the story behind the picture.
Yeah.
You don't know what that person went through to get this nice car or whatever it may be.
Facts.
So when you see things, don't think, oh, I gotta go get this bag because such and such got the bag. Like,
Facts.
it is what it is. Anything else?
Hey, listen, we appreciate y'all. I mean, I know I do. I love being on Different Thought. Every single time I strap up my cleats, bro, I'm gonna give you, 150, 9 catches, 2 TDs, bro.
I appreciate it, brother.
And I appreciate you, QB1, baby.
And to end things up, this will be the last time we do it this way. In this type of format. The before you eat. I really don't really have one, but I want to end on something. I always want to make sure we acknowledge the black culture and history.
We talked about hip hop, and I just want to give, like, we talked about a lot of the young greats, but like there are some pioneers.
Yeah.
That really came through. So for hip hop to set the precedent for funk music, I mean, if Jay was here, he'd crucify this conversation because
he'd be like, funk would, hip hop wouldn't be here without funk, is what Jay would say.
And he's absolutely right. And that, we have to say, before you eat, hip hop couldn't have eaten without the pioneers before and what came with it.
I like that. So before you eat, let's do it like this. So before you eat, just to add to that, I'm going to challenge our listeners to go research the James Browns, the Sly and the Family Stones,
the
Gap Band. Those are very quintessential, like fundamental, foundational stepping stones to get to where hip hop is now. So yeah, that's gonna be my before you eat. Go look up that. And as always, I challenge all of you all to think, do, be different. Thank you for listening to Different Thought Podcast.